We now return to history's hidden monsters. There is a creature stalking the people of the town of Peabody, Massachusetts.
I saw them all. They came right at me, but I done yelled at them, and they scared away. Grubby little bastards.
There's indisputable proof that these creatures have lived among us since the beginning of time. They may even be real.
The people of Peabody have been tormented by these little misfits, and the trouble is increasing.
I was out shoveling manure when I saw them coming up. A whole mob of the little green bastards. I yelled out, "You get over here, you little bastards!" But they walked right on to my house, straight to my jewelry cabinet, and stole my granddaddy's gold tooth. Greedy little bastards.
There's documentation throughout time of these imps. In the book Irish Wonders by D.R. McNally, he describes them as using magic wands, being upside down, and worst of all, wearing jackets with 7 rows of 7 buttons. That's 7 times 7, which, if you know your math, equals 49. 49 is the error number when you have a bad DLL file in Windows. Coincidence?
They've been called Lucarpan, Gleithbragan, and Little Bastards.
The bastards.
But we know them as leprechauns, and they appear to like gold and stuff.
Leprechauns don't exist? That's preposterous. Even Jesus spoke of leprechauns in Matthew 19:14. He said, "Suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me." You hear that and tell me leprechauns don't exist?
I was making supper one night, and one of them little bastards come up to me and offered me 3 wishes, and I said, "I want infinity wishes." And he looked at me and he said, "Well, y'all, you be having no infinite wishes, lassie. That be against the rules." Rules? What kind of evil little monster demon, little bastard, has rules for wishing? Little bastards.
What threat the leprechauns pose is yet to be determined, but in 1963, John Costello, one of the main legal advisors to the Irish Free State, posed us with this.
For many years, we were affected with the miserable trivialities of our tourist advertising. Sometimes it descended to the lowest depths, to the cowbean and the shillelagh, not to speak of the leprechaun.
So the next time you see a rainbow, you may just want to hold your loved ones a little tighter. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness. Welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast where we watch a bunch of movies and we try to find the hidden gems and cult classics in bad cinema. I'm your host, Justin, and with me is my lovely wife, Dr. Jackie.
Hello.
How are you, Dr. Jackie?
I'm good. Feeling smart today.
Oh, it's good.
Got some good deals at the Macy's.
Do you ever wake up and feel dumb?
Sometimes, yes. After a hard night of drinking, sometimes you're just like, oh, God.
Well, I guess I feel dumb today. And we have Sando Sam. How are you doing?
I'm
Sam?
good, but when I woke up this morning, I did feel a little dumb.
Dumb
But now I feel...
Dumb is in the air.
Now I feel extra smart.
Nice.
SMRT. S-M-A-R-T.
There you go.
Shut up, brain, or I'll poke you with a Q-tip. So we had a fun week. Good movie week. Last week we joined the If We Made It podcasters at the local firehouse to watch some Halloween movies.
It was really, really fun.
It was fantastic. I think it was the best time I've had at the theater with them. Their theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that the pumpkin that was carved, totally fucking awesome.
Yeah, they did a really cool job.
They had a jack-o'-lantern that had a spooky face on one side, and If We Made It carved into the other side. So it was really cool. And when the women's bathroom ran out of toilet paper...
Due to one host of a certain podcast that may or may not be here present right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so when some dude used the women's bathroom and used up all the toilet paper...
I'm just saying it's nice in there.
It is really like they have like candles and plants.
Yeah.
Why would you have candles and like it's just foreign to a man when you go into a bathroom and you see candles and plants? You're like, I'm just gonna take a shit in here. Why is there candles in place?
And nice hand wash.
A nice
the ladies.
hand wash.
Yeah, I mean,
there was
like,
no magazines. I was disappointed. There should be magazines.
You know, women shit and get out. So they shit and get off the pot. So anyway,
And water the plants on the way out.
during the end of the second or third movie, I had to pee really bad. And none of the lights were on in the firehouse. And I had to walk to the men's bathroom that was on the other side of the firehouse. And I was scared shitless that one of these assholes was going to jump out at me when I was coming back from the bathroom. I literally ran back and forth. It was kind of scary in the firehouse with the lights off. But it was the only bathroom with toilet paper. And it did smell like dude shit in there.
The fun thing was, while I was using the women's bathroom repeatedly, every time I went in there to pee, I was thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I should just leave the toilet seat up and be a dick. Because then they would know.
Who's gonna know?
Then they would know a man was in there. There was men in here, but then I was like, no, then we
Either
get
that
in
or they
trouble,
think
maybe.
that the toilet has just been cleaned. That's usually the sign in the women's bathroom. The toilet has just been
There's
cleaned.
not a whole conspiracy. Like, you guys already have that shit figured out. Like, oh, it's just probably just been cleaned. I would have done that and not had any fun with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't
we would have
giggle
just
to myself.
assumed that toilet had just been cleaned.
Damn.
And that's
so
really
fun.
like kind of what a sort of crappy way to ruin a bathroom. Like, I'm gonna leave the seat up. A real man would piss all over the floor and take an upper decker.
No, a real dick.
Right in the top of the toilet. Like, yeah, that's how you fuck up a bathroom.
Taking an upper decker's got to be one of the
there's
worst.
Really, that's
ways-
that's the dickiest move.
It is the biggest move, but at the same time, you're being a dick to yourself because you're having a crap and you're not sitting on anything. You kind of have to put yourself in a precarious position.
No. You're gonna shit on your leg. It's gonna happen.
And you're going to fall off the toilet.
Oh yeah.
You're going to also suffer neck injuries. Anyways, we got to move on. Thanks for the If We Made It podcast, guys. They've got a new podcast out this week regarding that episode. Good Times, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Friday the 13th,
Part
6,
6.
and Trick or Treat is what they did. So,
yeah.
All good, fun
Franklin sucks.
Franklin sucks, but...
I forgot how much Franklin sucked.
From the
in
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I laughed really hard, though, during the opening of that movie. When he fell down the hill, I was like, guy in a wheelchair, totally is shit.
Nice.
Which I didn't, but then, like, later on, it was like, I wish I could have laughed at him going back because he turned out to be such a butthole.
Yeah, don't even lie that everybody wasn't giving me stink eye when I started laughing at the crippled guy who fell down the hill with a bucket.
I thought the best was when you epically failed trying to scare Ed.
Yeah,
You, like, jump out, you're like, ah! And he's just like, what are you doing?
I know, that was... So if you guys do get invited or hear about the firehouse,
Jackie,
If We Made It, you should go.
Yeah, if you ever come to Boise, Idaho and get invited by If We Made It podcast... What the...
It's an exclusive club, people. They have popcorn
We have
away and candy.
50% of our listeners live in a goddamn different country. Not even in the state of Idaho, let alone this town. Different continents. No, don't mention local shit anymore. Nobody cares.
A guy on a buffalo.
Also,
is
you can
moving
get-
We have
on
things to get to.
the
We
next
actually
thing.
have a
You
lot
get
on this
15
episode.
chicken
so we need to
nuggets
move on.
for a nickel at McLary's right now, too.
What?
What?
I'm just making shit up.
Oh, okay. We actually have a lot to get to, so we need to move on. Streaming do's and don'ts this week. Once again, Jackie and I continued our Spooktacular Horror Fest.
Woo.
We started out the week. We actually had a great week this week, in my opinion. I think I'm about to say due to 4 movies. Ran the gamut. We started out with Stakeland, which is a Toronto film that has been on Netflix forever, and I never pulled the trigger on it because I think you poo-pooed it because you were like, it's got that guy from Sons of Anarchy, and I hate his face.
I didn't. I wanted to watch it because I hear he's good. I've wanted to watch Stakeland forever, and you guys watched it without me.
That's because you
That's
don't
what
come over
happened.
enough.
Oh, fuck.
I think you come over too much. Anyways, it was fantastic.
If you just lived in a cardboard box by our house, it would be so much easier.
I loved it so much. I thought it was great. It was a nice look at post-cock-apocalypse. Jackie and out here. It's a bunch of hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus.
Giorgio Tsoukalos?
It's really good post-apocalyptic mutant vampire zombie vampires. They're kind of zombies, but they're mostly vampires.
So they're like the vampires from the novel version of I Am Legend?
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Or
You have 2 different kinds, though. One's a berserker and one's just a regular vampire.
or like John Carpenter's vampires. They're trashy. not smarmy vampires. They can't even fucking
the
speak.
ones in I Am Legend are really smart.
No, these
Well,
ones are
they're
just
smart.
animals.
They're smart, but they can't. They don't talk. They're not.
super
They're not.
intelligent.
They're not there to engage you in conversation and try to bang you before biting your neck. They just want to eat you.
No.
That is what they want to do.
Okay, well, whatever.
They are, and they're good at it. They're damn good at it. But the movie's really not about the vampires. It's more. It's kind of along the lines of Walking Dead, where the worst threat isn't the vampires; it's other people.
Yeah.
And they did some nice things there. There was one flaw in the movie. I thought just one, and it's at the climax. And anybody that sees it will know what I'm talking about because you're like, God damn it, you shouldn't have done that. But other than that, great character development. I cared about these people. That's one of the most understated things I can say about modern movies. You don't care enough about the characters. I liked these people. I did not want them to die. Most of the time in movies, you're like, fucking kill them! Yeah, fuck it, I want them to die!
8 minutes into Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
I wanted everybody to die.
Everybody dead.
Yes, they all sucked. The Stakeland is great. Jackie, what do you think?
I liked it. There is a token black guy in there, though, that gets wiped out first.
He's not the first, though.
He's not the first guy, but in the traveling troupe, he is the first one to get taken out.
But I can't give too many spoilers, because actually I don't want to give any... That's as many spoilers as we can give, but he's not... I wouldn't call him token. I would just call him a black guy.
Oh. Well, I would say it was worth a watch, and usually I do not like movies that don't have swarmy vampires. I like the vampires that try to bang you and then...
And wear
suck your blood.
Clothes that
wear fashionable clothing and they're hot.
They bought
and they're
at
sexy.
the Hot Topic. Fuck those vampires.
Tom Cruise in an ascot.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
blah,
shut up,
blah,
you two.
blah, blah.
That Twilight guy was hot. Oh, just kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
Moving on. The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which is a 1976 film from the director that brought us Legend of Boggy Creek.
Liked it. Do it. I really liked this movie.
I thought it was great.
I had a great storyline.
It's terrible. It is terrible.
Yeah, it's not a, like, oh
It's
my god.
not a good movie.
Stakeland is actually a good movie.
Stakeland is actually a good movie.
This is just an epic stinker.
It's a total stinker. But it is based on a true story of the Phantom of Texarkana that killed 5 people.
Oh.
And
So it's kinda like
never got caught.
It's kind of like a crappy History Channel
It's...
presentation of what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And they try to have some
reenactment.
comic relief, and
The
that guy's
comedy just didn't fit.
Yeah, the comedy guy is just a fucking dingledore.
And there's lots of those moments where it's the guy
But
looks
for
at
the
the
most
camera
part-
and he's like fucking Barney Fife, and it's like, why is Barney Fife in this horror movie? What the fuck? But I liked it still. It was fun and goofy, and at the same time told a tale that I didn't know anything about. And I liked it so much, I am going as the freaky Phantom of Texarkana for Halloween this month.
I haven't figured out a Halloween costume obscure enough yet.
I'm going as a Jesus freak.
There you go.
That's pretty obscure.
It's a freak
But
show.
people are going to get it.
You could be one of the Jesus freaks from Stakeland.
See, this is what's going to happen now, is I'm actually going to come up with the most obscure thing everywhere, and people are going to understand what I am, and I'm going to be pissed about it.
I think I'm going to beat you this year with the freaky
I
Phantom
think you
of
will.
Texarkana.
No one's going to know that.
No.
Nobody's gonna beat me. I got a Pope hat.
Yeah, people are going to be like, oh, you're a Jesus freak.
Yeah, Pope hat people.
Nobody's going to know who I am.
$5.
Moving on. Phantoms with Ben Affleck,
Haven't seen
Rose McGowan, Liev Schreiber, and Peter O'Toole.
Haven't seen it in 10 years, but I can say do it.
Oh,
because I
don't.
remember 10 years
It
ago,
is epic.
I remember just fucking loving it, even though it was so dumb.
It is terrible.
I say don't.
How do you say don't?
I was so bored throughout this whole movie,
How are you
and
bored?
I
There's
hated
bullshit.
it.
It's like just the bullshit seeps out of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
television.
like, the first-
My coffee table just has manure all over it because there is just bullshit
That's
all
what
over
it
that movie.
takes a huge dump. Like when he first walks out, and you've got like a 26-year-old Ben Affleck, and he's like, "I'm the sheriff," and you're like, "Oh boy,
Oh, and
this thing has
the
nowhere
very
to
first
go."
time you see him, he totally does the back churn. Like his back is facing the camera, then he back churns and he gives the smarmy look to the camera, like, "I'm Sheriff Ben Affleck." It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and it's just like right there, they've painted themselves into the worst corner. There's nowhere to go. And they actually find there's an escape route for them, and it's through the field of bullshit.
I'd say don't. I hated this movie. I was bored. There wasn't even the bullshit in it. Wasn't. I didn't laugh once.
How did you not laugh at the fucking answering machine that's playing the demon's voice or whatever on the answering machine, and it's playing on the answering machine, and Ben Affleck's like 10 feet away.
What do you want?
No, he yells at the fucking answering machine, "Who are you?"
I'm the answering machine.
It's one way, Ben. That's not a radio, buddy. Have you ever seen one of those before? I was just like, oh my god, this is terrible. And then the fucking moth that eats Liev Schreiber's face off. You were laughing your ass off. You liked that movie. You fucking liked that movie. Screw you, it was great. It is shit. It is one of the... It is
best
so
part of that
close to
movie was-
Dreamcatcher bad.
Let me show you something.
Oh yeah,
The only reason
Liev
it's
Schreiber
not-
keeps trying to perv out on Rose
Yeah.
McGowan.
Yeah.
The only reason it's not in Dreamcatcher Phantoms is I believe that was DTV. I don't think that hit theaters.
Phantoms?
Phantoms, I
No,
believe
Phantoms was a theater release, dude.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a fucking Dean Koontz book that was like...
See, I know-
Dean Koontz book sold 12 million copies, and so it was like, oh my god, we gotta make this fucking movie, and 4 people went to it. And they were Ben Affleck, Rose McGowan, Liev Schreiber, and Peter
Actually,
O'Toole.
Liev Schreiber's mom. Liev Schreiber didn't even go.
It's like, fuck
He's like,
this
where's
shit.
Liev? And
I
he's
can't
like,
believe
didn't
any
go.
of them made it out of that movie with a career. Like, it's amazing that any of them had jobs afterwards, because it is so bad.
Don't.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Last but not least, Sam and I checked out last night the Class of Nukem High.
I have seen this.
I don't know why it's called that. It should be, like, the proper...
It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, because really, it wouldn't be a very good title, but the name of the movie should be some high school where some strange stuff happens and there's some mean people.
Yeah.
Because I didn't remember the radioactivity having anything to do with anything. It was just some dicks and...
Well, the good-looking guy gets all mutated.
Oh, yeah.
And after they hump,
It takes forever.
it does take forever. You didn't like it.
I thought it was okay. I mean, it was okay. I think I'm giving it a do just because it's something that everyone has to do.
I think so.
But I wouldn't have very high expectations
It's
when you do it.
Toxic Avenger.
It's not the toxic. It's a middle of the road trauma film.
What do you think, Jackie?
It's a ho-hummer.
Ho Hummer? I liked it. I thought it was a good time.
I think we should have a new category called ho-hummer.
Ho Hummer.
Where, if you're not really sure if you want to recommend it or not.
Go
you
either way.
Yeah, ho-hummer.
Meh.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm desperate. I've watched all the other ones that they've suggested. Let's go ho-hummer.
Nice. Well, there you go. There's your streaming do's and don'ts. By the way, all 4 of those films are currently on Netflix as of the month of October 2014. Let's move on to the bad movie trivia brought to you by Jackie that we like to call Stinker Thinkers. Stinker Thinkers!
All right.
Just for a score update, Sam is still pummeling me. It is 30-16, and this week...
Hey, I am not double your score anymore, though.
Nice.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Coming back.
Coming back.
So we're going to change it up just a
Okay.
little bit. So I'm going to accept the best answer for how these three are related. So you guys will both tell me how you guys think that these 3 films are related, and I will pick the one that best answers it.
Oh, good.
Wait,
There's
what?
there's a level of...
How these 3 are related and you judge?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm interested to see how this... So we have to?
Yeah, you have to.
judgment
Do we
call.
lose points?
No,
still?
you don't lose
Okay, no
points.
more
Okay.
losing points. All right.
Just in a bonus.
Just for this one, we're going to try this.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
fine.
so the first one. A circle of friendship, a web of mystery, a pattern of fear. 4 childhood friends, Jonesy, Beaver, Pete, and Henry, all share a special secret. Each year, they take a trip to into the Maine woods, like Maine, like the state of Maine.
I get it.
This year is different. A blizzard occurs, and they recover a man found wandering around. Unbeknownst to them, this wandering individual isn't the only being to be found. Now they must act fast to stop the outbreak developing and to prevent the world from its doom.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
fucking Dreamcatcher.
Yep, Dreamcatcher.
God damn it.
How did you fuck that up? Even
I don't
Jonesy.
remember that.
Jonesy. That's,
I try to
It's,
purge my mem. That movie is
what's
so
that
bad.
guy's name? The redheaded guy from Band of Brothers character's name.
The guy that does the, like, I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm an alien now.
And Jason Lee with his poop monster. I gotta get that toothpick. Oh, that's a great film. Can't wait. That's an episode coming up for you. Okay.
The next one. Today the pond, tomorrow the world. Jason Crockett is an angry, grumpy, physically disabled millionaire who invites his family to his island estate for his birthday celebration. Pickett Smith is a freelance photographer who is doing a pollution layout.
Frogs.
Yes.
Frogs,
It is frogs.
yeah.
I thought it might be, but I didn't remember the birthday thing.
And last but not least, no one is safe. People are dying mysteriously and gruesomely, and nobody has a clue what the cause is. Only health worker Mike Brady has a possible solution, but his theory of killer blank is laughed at by the authorities. Only when the body count begins to rise and a slug expert from England begins snooping around does it begin...
It's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Slugs.
Yep.
Which is also a future episode.
All right, so, gentlemen, how are these three related?
I believe that they're all three related by a contagion of some sort.
All of the adversaries need water?
No, I'm going with contagion on that one.
What is the... I mean, we can both be wrong, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a contagion.
Frogs are not contagious.
They were.
But these ones have been contaminated by the
They were
pollution.
contaminated by pollution, and they became a contagion of diseased frogs.
Yeah, and same thing with the killer slugs. So
You missed that part because of the extensive amount of just frog shots and frogs not actually killing people, sending lizards to do their dirty work.
yeah, and snakes.
All right, so that's 2 points. That's 3 points for me. 1 point for Sam, right?
Yeah. So 31-16.
19.
Oh,
nice.
man.
Good week for me. Well, sweet golly McGillicuddy. Sam, this week, it's Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know by our commercial that started out with the Leprechaun, the movie of the week is a Leprechaun.
Thank you. This is a Jackie pick.
It is Jackie's turn to pick.
I've never seen this movie.
Going in line with our
Halloween
bullshit. And it is on Netflix right now, so you do not have to pay for this movie. You can watch it with us. Sam, why don't you tell us about it and your boring bullshit? Sam's boring bullshit.
So Leprechaun is directed by Mark Jones, writer-director. He's the auteur of this film.
Uh-huh.
You will also know him as the
What does auteur mean?
Guy. for your intents and purposes, it means guy.
Yeah, it's a fancy filmy word for author.
Oh, okay.
It's French for author, actually, but it's applied to filmmakers that are the sort of guiding vision of the film. So anyway, he's also the auteur of such films as Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh,
yes!
Great film.
Amazing. And he also did Triloquist, which is about a puppet that kills some kids. Quiet Kill.
Is Triloquist an actual word?
No.
Huh.
And
Dumb title.
Scorned. So all three of his movies that we haven't seen are worth checking out because they just look dumb as shit, too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is apparently the feature film debut of Jennifer Aniston. The theatrical, because I think she's in a movie before this, but it wasn't any good. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Aniston, who you will, of course, remember from the TV series Malloy.
Oh, right.
Or Muddling Through. And if you haven't seen those, you may remember her from being in 7 episodes of Herman's Head.
That's right, Herman's Head. I love her in Herman's Head. Wow, I wonder what happened to her.
Yeah, weird stuff. Now, her first job was actually as an extra in the movie Mac and Me.
No shit, that's
No
also
shit.
a future... We should
Future
just call
picks.
this episode
Future
Picks.
Now, this is interesting.
She was the #1 haircut for women for a long time. If you're a lady, you might
goddamn
remember
it.
that.
The first time she received top billing in a project, would you like to know what it was?
Top billing.
What's that one where she gets pregnant by the gay guy?
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty decent movie, but that's fairly later in her career. Picture Perfect.
The first time she receives top billing is in the video game Steven Spielberg's director's chair.
What?
Yes, she
That's
has
a
top
thing?
billing for the video game Steven Spielberg's director's chair.
What the hell is that game?
Now, the
that game
other-
sucks, I bet.
Will you actually go through the process of making a film with clips that are... You have to take the clips from the game and then make bullshit out of it.
I'm
already bored
just listening to you talk about it.
Other, no, this is interesting shit. Guess who else is in this game? Quentin Tarantino as an actor,
Huh.
and Penn and Teller.
When did this game come out?
I don't know, a long time ago. Like in the
Galaxy
90s.
far,
It's
far
like,
away.
remember that game Night Trap where you like basically, it's like sort of a game, but it's mostly video clips that you watch?
No.
No, I remember...
You had Night Trap.
No, I had 13th Hour, which was that.
You had Night Trap.
Or 11th Hour or something like that. There was like the beginning of CD-ROM video game. Yeah. No,
but you also had Night Trap.
I don't think I did.
It was much later. But anyway, people would know Night Trap. Anyway. I think that's interesting that video game exists.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are like, it's really hard, but you gotta stick with it and then it gets good. And it's like, no, that sounds just dumb as shit.
This sounds dumb as shit.
Warwick Davis is the star of this movie. He's
Love Warwick Davis.
We don't really need to go into Warwick Davis because everybody knows about Warwick Davis.
No, he's a good dude.
Lucky Charms did not give any product placement in this film.
No shit.
No shit. That's actually one of the famous lines from this movie is somebody's like, my house just got busted into, and the guy's like, no shit.
I'm the leprechaun.
So they didn't give product placement, but they allowed Lucky Charms to be in the movie.
Okay.
Until they saw it, and they were like, you have to take us out of this movie.
Nice.
Originally, it was planned to be a kid's film, but one of the executives was like, no, it'll be scarier for adults. So they actually just shot coverage and did inserts with more gore.
Really?
So they just they rode the fence and saw which way it would ride, and they sided with
they made 4 or 5 of these?
Yeah, they went with the right call, but it is, I think it was popular because it was stupid even when it was new. People were like, you gotta go see it just because this is dumb. Also, this is the very first Trimark film.
With the horse and the Pegasus.
Trimark's the dude with sideways in the triangle with the stripes.
What's the horse and the Pegasus?
That's TriStar.
TriStar.
Which now Sony Pictures Classic.
Right.
Less than 100,000 home copies of this movie have been sold.
Wow.
Everybody's seen it. No one wants to buy it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's why it's on Netflix.
Low numbers.
I don't like to ruin body counts, but I have to ruin this one because guess what the body count in this movie is?
13.
4.
Whoa.
What?
Huh.
4.
How long is this movie? For
92 minutes exactly.
That's
with only 4 deaths?
Yeah.
That's good stinker length.
All right.
Well, maybe it's scary just because he's so threatening.
Okay.
Leprechaun.
Like I said, I haven't seen this.
I have not either.
It made 8.5...
Picked a base solely, Sam, off the cover.
No.
8.5 million is what this movie made against a $900,000 budget.
Good work. That's
Wow,
good work.
that's pretty good.
That's all I've got.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'm stoked about it. I've been wanting to see this for a long time. Unfortunately, I hear we really got to fix this sequel rule because I hear that Leprechaun in Da Hood is one of the most epic stinkers of all time.
It's supposed to be one of the stupidest movies ever.
Yeah, so we'll have to get to that eventually.
That's the 4th one, right?
I think 4th or 3rd. I don't know.
I thought
It's
that was
somewhere in there.
Leprechaun 2.
No, Leprechaun in the Hood's like the 4th one.
It's either the 3rd or 4th. I think Leprechaun 2 is just called Leprechaun 2.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's the 4th.
Anyways, we'll get to it someday. So what we like to do at the end of our episodes is do a little improv, our idea of something related to the film. It's not really about the film. I don't know. But in this week,
there's usually a thematic string.
There is leprechauns
that's somewhat
in this one.
attached.
Jackie and I will be playing the role of leprechauns. And Sam is a famous world-renowned scientist. And we'll just go. Do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
Quick! Get him in the bag! Drag the bag in here!
Jesus Christ, what the...
Okay, don't be mad, we got him!
La 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 la. I think that's the sound that leprechauns make.
Okay, well...
I like me gold!
Yahoo!
Quick, don't be mad by the pot!
What are we doing here? Oh, we've got this guy,
We got the scientist!
guy.
Don't be mad so we can talk to him!
Okay, what the fuck?
Hi!
Hello!
Jesus, whoa.
My name's Shamrock!
My name's Greg!
I
Is
went
this
with
a
a more
Joe
traditional
Dante
name.
movie? I've been kidnapped by tiny adversaries.
Hey! I just got a new dress! Don't be making fun of me!
New Dress?
Dress!
Dress.
Dress!
I don't think you're Scottish. Anyways.
Not a very good Irish
So we've
accent.
brought you here to our leprechaun cave for a purpose.
Yes!
I am now French, Spanish, Irish. The leprechaun. I suck at accents.
Anyway, scientist,
Yes.
we have a problem in Leprechaun Land.
Oh, boy.
There is a lot of leprechauns. We all have pots of gold.
We fook like rabbits.
This is
But
bad.
here's the thing. Last week, Johnny McLeprechaun had his gold stolen by Sarver the Harfrana.
Oh?
Because we have not enough rainbows. But we know that the rainbows...
So you're doing it too. You're totally transitioning into a French Taiwanese accent. I don't know how that works.
We know that the rainbows, though. We know that they are created by unicorn farts.
Okay, hold on for a second. I've
So we have-
got a call. Yeah, no, I've been kidnapped by some drunk fucking leprechauns. I don't know where I am. Let me call you back. Okay, go ahead. What do you need me to do here?
So we have this unicorn.
We need
He's out in the pasture.
We need unicorn farts.
Yes, because unicorns make the rainbows. So
Everybody knows it.
we need more rainbows for our pots of gold. So, what do you say there, buddy?
Well, I'm a climatologist.
Right?
Right? Yeah, that has something to do with clouds, right?
Do you know what that means? I do not.
Climate, like weather.
Well,
It always rains in our country.
I can make you some graphs.
No, we need the rainbows.
I don't...
I like graphs though.
Oh, yeah, they can show us
mean-
graphs about the rainbows that come out of unicorn butts.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess... I don't know. I didn't think there was any leprechauns, so maybe there's unicorns. Shit.
Come
At
out
the
here.
same
Okay.
time...
Bring in the unicorn there, Greg.
I'm a unicorn.
Fuck me.
Yes, this one's had a bag put
Have
over
you
its
thought
head.
about feeding him some beanie weenies?
Beanie weenies.
What are those?
It's a can with beans and hot dogs in it.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's terrible.
Where do we get these beanie weenies?
Beanie weenies.
Canned Good Warehouse or any grocery store.
Okay, step one. Beanie weenies.
Step 2. Where do we put said unicorn, though, when he's going to make the farts?
Wherever you want the rainbow. I don't know. I think that at this point, you could probably expedite my participation in this. Put the beanie weenies in the unicorn. After
Step
you put
one,
the unicorn... No, step 1, put the unicorn where you want the rainbow.
Oh, okay, step one.
Step 2, put the beanie weenies in the unicorn.
How do we do that?
We should write this down.
Feed him, he'll eat him.
I don't have
That'd
any
be great.
paper. You're just going to have to remember.
And, then, wait for the rainbow to come out, I guess.
Excuse me?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Actually, step 1 is letting me go home now. Step 2
one, let him go home.
would be getting the beanie weenies. Step 3 would be
Beanie
feeding
weenie.
the beanie weenies to the
Beanie
unicorn.
weenie.
Wait.
Unicorn.
If we make him go to the general market, then he will have to buy the beanie
God
weenies.
damn
So
it.
we don't have to use our gold.
I say, we get him to the chopper.
Get on the chopper.
Get on the chopper.
Oh,